Hello, everyone. Welcome to your greatest YouTuber, going to be in a little while, maybe soon. Right, so I'm back with my IPv4 videos, and I've given you enough time and to practice IPv4 IP addressing. And right now, we have a new topic today. And anyone who's come back on my channel, thank you so much, and thank you so much for subscribing me, especially the people who have subscribed me because of my entry level singing. So yeah, I hope you're all fine. I've just come back from a tiny teeny weeny holiday, so I'll be coughing a bit and my voice is going to be a little bit low as I never knew. I went inside the beach and mistakenly, or I don't know, the water from the sea went inside. So, I mean, went inside the mouth while swimming. So, right, so we are back again. So, today I was thinking that while we have been practicing IPv4 addressing, there's some very important concepts that need to be addressed. And sorry for my English because my English is a little bit achy breaky, but I'll try my best because it's not my first language. So, yeah. So, can anyone tell me? I'm not. No, I'm not trying to ask anyone, but maybe if someone knows that, what are private IP addresses? Private IP addresses or addressing. Now, any network engineers down there, or people who are starting in networking, and people who are doing A plus hardware, N plus, very, very specific to them, A plus, N plus, or they are in uni, and they are doing graduation in software or advanced networks or networks. They need to know these concepts. They are very important. And obviously, someone who is doing CCNA Part 1, used to be Part 1, I think they still one. So, yeah. So, CCNA Part 1, which was ICND. And it's a thing that every network expert, network engineer, a normal layman who wants to make an intranet or a small network inside their house probably would like to know, or probably for business purposes, local area network or enterprise sort of networks, it would be very useful. So cutting it short, today's video, because I'm doing IPv4, but still I think these concepts are really important to understand. So if anyone doesn't know, please follow my videos, and I've got my playlist, and in my playlist there's networking videos, obviously. But here, Class A. So Class A, as all the network experts and trainee network engineers, they know about it. So, but I just want to remind the people who are in uni and college and other places that this Class A is not the Class A ranges I'm telling you. This is the private IP address ranges that we can use inside our intranet, inside our network. So that class A1 would be 10.0.0.0. Don't get worried about the dots because that's how we say them. So 10.0.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. Remember, networking and IT is a big C, and it's a combination because I'm using the C word today a lot. There's a lot of concepts that need to be remembered, and they will really help you in your exams, because in exam they'll ask you a question, they'll give you IP addresses, and they will ask you what's private IP address, which one is the private one, and which one is the public one. So anyone who has given N plus exam, A plus hardware, or networking exam, or CCNA, ICND part 1, they would relate to this. So it's really important. So that's the range from 10.0.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. Now it's a good idea to keep on remembering them. So when you see them in the exam, or exam is just one thing that you're looking at. When you'll be troubleshooting networks all around the area where you live, whether it's America, Canada, England, Ireland, any country in the world, you'll be looking at these and you'll be using these and probably allocating them to different networks as well and troubleshooting them as well. So you need to know that this is private IP address. Right, so now let's start with class B1. So the range starts from 10.0.0 to here. Anything outside this range is going to be public IP address. Remember, that can be used on the internet. The rest of them are the ones which have to be used inside local area networks or inside intranet, inside networks. Remember. Right. Class B, I'm pressing a lot on this one because it's got a lot to do with troubleshooting networks as well. So it's not just to pass the exam and take a certificate and keep it in your closet or put it on, hang it in front of the door. It's your troubleshooting as well. Once you go, it's your livelihood. Literally, it's livelihood troubleshooting networks. Some people do that for a livelihood. I have done it for some years, and a lot of people who are doing IT support, first line support, second line support, especially in network sort of setup, they are usually doing this on a daily basis and troubleshooting them. Right, so now when we come to class B, that's the range 172.16.0.0 to 172.31.255.255. Now that's the second range. So I have made this video a bit longer so that it stays in your mind. And really these concepts like private IP address, public IP address, classless routing, or class pool, and wildcard masks, network address translation, these sort of concepts, you need to know a little bit about them for the exams as well, and obviously for your life. If someone is very interested in working inside the network business or working inside at least entry-level network jobs, they need to know, or they're choosing Cisco, Juniper, and other bits and pieces. Like some routers are like, we did some training in Draytech routers, and before uni I had no clue. I've never seen them, but when you go down there, and obviously you have to do configurations. When you do configurations, then you know what I mean. Right, so class B is here. Class C. Hold on, don't get worried, it's alright. It will pass. Right. Class C. I know it can be a bit boring sometimes, but there we go. Right, so class C is going to be 192.168.0.0. And the range finishes in 190. So 192.168 range, remember it belongs to private IP addresses. So these are all the ranges, and you need to remember this is just a brief overview that the range starts here till here. Now my suggestion would be create different sort of IP addresses to try and test yourself. so that you know what's the difference between public and private, and not confuse them during the exam and other place. So I'll give you an example. I'm very bad at giving examples, but I've just kept one. So everyone be very happy. Right. So unfortunately or fortunately, I've chosen slash 30 mask. So when I say slash 30 mask, just to the people, it's called prefix mask as well, subnet mask as well, prefix notation. And you can convert it into dotted decimal notation as well, if anyone wants to. So slash 30 mask. And now if you just check what I'm doing here, these are all private IP addresses. So we have got class A range 10.13.40.254. Now when this comes in the exam, or you are into a network and you see this, and you should not sort of start thinking. First thing you should know is 10. It comes in 10.0 range, so it is a private IP address. 10 in itself is a class A one. Now, moving forward, supposedly, just moving forward in the same scenario, if you are a trainee network engineer or a network engineer, so with slash 30 mask, you will get 2 usable hosts. Only 2, remember. So these are delicacies of network engineering. Obviously, when you are there, you will know. Now you can either carry on with these ranges. So 10.11, anything in 10.0 range. .40.254. Try different combinations. I've tried this combination. So 10.13.40.254, 11. These are all IP addresses that belong to the private domain. So private IP addresses. These are all private IP addresses. And do not confuse yourself with domain. Kindly, because domain in itself is a really big phenomenon. So thank you so much for watching this video, but remember, private IP addresses will be used in intranet. If I could just improve my writing, right, intranet, and hopefully I will one day, yeah. So it can be residential, right, let's see, residential LAN, enterprise network. The thing is, you don't need to be a network working in the networking field. Some people, they enjoy as networking as a hobby. Some people, everyone should know about it really nowadays, because computers are everywhere and laptops are everywhere. So yeah, so that's private IP addresses. Another suggestion would be to look at the differences between private IP address and public IP address and their ranges. So it will give you an idea how to differentiate between them. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and if you keep on watching them again so that you understand, and these are just a taster. I'm giving you a testing phase. I'm giving you a taster. Homework is all yours. After that, if you have any questions, you have to do homework on these things and find the answer or follow it. I mean, it will give you a spark to move into, because it's very important, because when you are doing IPv4 addressing, and just to let you know, there's IPv6 private IP addresses as well, but we haven't really sort of touched IPv6 at the moment. But just to give you an idea, these basic concepts are very important. They're like the foundation. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.